talk about this weather for now. You know, much different feeling than yesterday as far as like temperatures. It was cold.
Oh yeah, I mean we did have that very strong cold front that moved through yesterday, which is why it feels a lot cooler. But it's also kind of stalled out, which is why we're seeing additional rain. Mainly for now in the Brazos Valley is where we've been seeing the rain overnight and this morning. Also getting a couple of thunderstorms just east of College Station. But most of us here in Central Texas, we are waking up to that dry and cooler start. Now, there was some concern yesterday with some of those storms that they could turn severe. Fortunately, we didn't have any severe storms for yesterday, excuse me, and there's a very low severe threat with these storms for today, as it looks like we're mainly just going to get that beneficial rainfall that we so desperately need across Central Texas. So timeline, rain starts to get on the increase, excuse me, throughout the rest of this morning and the afternoon. We could still see some thunderstorms for today, though lightning and hail are going to be the main threats. Now, as we head into the afternoon, some areas do get a quick break, but then it picks right on back up as we head into this evening. And not only is it going to be rainy for today, it's also going to be very cool. Only going to get those highs topping out in the low to mid 50s today. And it's also going to be very windy with that wind coming from the north. So all in all, just a pretty icky day to be outside. As we head into your Thursday night, early Friday morning, that's when we get that last little bit of widespread rainfall before we get back to just scattered showers by about mid-morning Friday. And then we'll start to see that activity gradually taper off throughout the rest of your Friday afternoon with just a couple of spotty showers for your Friday night. Now, with this consistent rainfall, at times, it is also going to be heavy for today. We do have a bit of concern, and that's going to come for flooding, especially in the Brazos Valley and areas like Mejia and Fairfield, where just for today, we're going to be picking up 1.5 inches plus in spots like Cameron, 2 inches plus in spots like Herm, and most of us here in Central Texas really not picking up quite as much today. But with that additional rainfall tonight into tomorrow morning, we do see rainfall amounts increase to 1 inch plus in the I-35 corridor. The western zones that so desperately needed, unfortunately, just don't pick up as much rainfall as the rest of us. And we can get over 3 inches of rainfall in the Brazos Valley. So, as I mentioned, severe threat for today and tomorrow is very low. Could see some small hail, but flooding is going to be the main concern. Just means you guys need to give yourself that extra time before you hit the road today, this afternoon, tomorrow morning, even in some spots tomorrow afternoon, just to avoid any potentially flooded roads, and of course never want to hydroplane in these type of conditions. That's the worst of this. We're getting enough rainfall that could provide at least a little dent in the drought monitor for our eastern zones. Because we're not going to get a lot in our western zones where we actually really need a lot, it won't make that much of a difference. We do get a new drought monitor out later today, but it's not going to account for today's rainfall or yesterday's. But with that rainfall we saw Sunday, we could see a little bit of improvement. So we'll have to wait and see for that a little bit later this morning. As for your Easter weekend, just a 20% shot of an isolated shower. Otherwise, actually going to be really nice to be outdoors. We're in the 70s for your Easter Sunday. Sunshine and back to the 80s by next week.